Hi, welcome back to All About the Alternative, and I'm the Gadget Lady. Today we're going to do a couple of gadgets. Um, just to let you I know about the sign, and we did fix it. Apparently, when I was putting it together, I had mapped out all the where everything was going to go, and we had all the letters together and everything, and went to put them together and realized afterwards it must have played a mind trick on me because I didn't realize that it had dropped an A on there and literally dropped an A on the floor and found it later and looked at the sign and went, oops, it's missing. And so we corrected it. So it's now fixed. I'm willing to accept fixing mistakes. So anything I can do, I try to fix that. Anyway, so today I thought we would do a little bit about some winter gadgets, especially things you can wear for the cold because I live in Ontario, Canada, and of course, what's the big thing about Canada is it's cold up here, uh, and we have winter through a good portion of our year. So that's just how our cold is, and so I wanted to show a couple of those things and show you what we have that I had come up with to beat that cold with. And you have anywhere from our cold season is October when fall starts in late September, but mostly in October by the time it's really cold. And we might have a little bit of snow that comes on and usually doesn't stay on the ground. Usually in November, sometimes that doesn't stay on the ground either. Um, it usually comes and goes and then it's gone again, and uh, and then waits maybe a little bit longer, and then we're into December, and you hope for that, white Christmas, and it usually comes around then. If it hasn't come by then, January for sure, we're going to have some snow, and we have some unusual weather right now that we don't have as much snow, but it is cold. And you always have in March, you wind up with a lot of like minus temperatures that are very cold, and you might get some freezing rain. April, same freezing rain, and sometimes into May. And there's the occasional times through those months that you also wind up with some more snow. And actually winds up being that when it snows, it actually isn't as cold as the times when it hasn't snowed. Um, I'm not going to get into phenomenons about that because I'm not a you know weather person. I don't know all the details there, but I do know that it does. That's just how it is in our world, and that's how it is here in Canada, in Ontario. I know some other areas in Canada too are very cold, um, maybe even throughout the whole year. So there's a lot of things that these gadgets might help with that as well. So I will show that off. And so one of the things I have, and I've had this one for quite some time actually, is it's called I Hate the Cold. And I hate the cold. Uh, but it's actually a little bit of a power bank. It's not a very big one. It's a power bank though. Um, and it has a little bit of a flashlight on it. It also can work as a strobe light. And, and it does work as a power bank. And it also has this other little button on the other side of it that if you press that on, it actually becomes a heat source. So this one, when you hold it in your hand, and you can put it into a pocket, you can even just have it in the pocket and it'll warm up the pocket area, and it does help make you warm as well. So that one's actually very good. I actually do like this one. Had this around for a long time. And you can actually power it with, say, a power bank. So if you have one of these power banks, or the one I showed the other day, which is the solar one, and this one actually you can have anywhere. This one charges up outside. So, um, and then you have these other ones that I got. These are actually newer this year. I believe this one I got off Amazon, but you can get them off of Amazon, Wish, Temu. You can get them off of Walmart. They have them in electronic stores. they have them almost everywhere. So if I'm showing these ones, you can pretty much get them anywhere. This came as a set of two. It has a little pouch that it came with as well that you can store it in. So they just go inside and put them into the storage case just like that and carry them somewhere. You can put them into a purse and very easily just take them out when you need them. And you basically turn them on by pressing a button, and it has three different settings and shows you actually what the temperature is that it's on. So again, it's the same thing. I can actually put it inside a pocket. This one is slightly narrower. You can actually put it inside of a glove, although you won't be able to carry anything with it. Um, I haven't really seen too many thinner ones, but those ones are these ones are actually very easy to put inside a glove that you to keep your hands warm. So if you're watching a Santa Claus parade or um, you're you're just out on the road and walking and you want something to keep yourself warm with, I actually did that for walking my dog. I put it in my pocket, and every now and then I would put my hand in my pocket to warm up my hand as I was walking around, and it works out really well. So there's that one. I have another one that I got as well, which I wound up with a really good deal for. This was a 3-for-1, um, and I only have two of them on my in hand right now as I gave away one. But it's basically just these ones here are not rechargeable. They actually are, you do plug them into a USB and they heat up and they'll stay warm for a short time after you've unplugged them. But if you leave them plugged into a power bank, they will continuously be heated as well. So these ones work by themselves. And they can work for a heating pad if you need as well. So that's really actually very helpful. And you can put these into gloves as well. And they do stay warm, probably about a half an hour or so that they'll stay warm for, and then you have to put them back on the USB again. And the other thing I have as well that I recently got, you can get these as well from many different places around the internet. Some stores are now carrying them. This is actually, it's a scarf. Obviously, it's a scarf, but it actually is a powered scarf. It actually has, uh, it gets heat. So it actually is, only has one section of it that actually gets hot right around the neck area. And so you put it on, and it has, most people use their scarves these days, put them on like this, and so you can put it on like that, and so it has a little open spot here for that, so you can put it in like that, and it works actually well just as a scarf, just like this. It's totally great, except for one thing that this one has. It can be plugged in. And you can use any power bank. This one came with this power bank. It's a really small one. Might only last about an hour and a half maybe of power um, each time I've used it. So it's not the one I would recommend to use. I would actually take this one out and maybe even use one of these ones. Will last slightly longer, but that's an experimental thing depending on how much time you're using it. So you plug it into the USB, just like that. So just to show, sorry, to show it here. So it plugs in and turns on. It shows you that it's turning on. You put it inside of the pocket, and you can zip it up. And this is actually a really nice idea as well, because now you have a spot you can store something in. Maybe you want to put your wallet in there, and it's safe. So there's a button on it here, and you just press the button, and it turns on, and you see it's red, so you know that that's the heat, the hottest setting. And again, put it inside of the of it. So that actually hides your little power bank as well sometimes. That is very easy to use, and has 3 settings. So this is the hottest setting. The blue setting is, I guess, a one step down from that, and there's a green setting as well. That is the next step down as well, if, depending on how much heat you want. Even on the hottest setting, I can honestly say it's really not that hot. But then again, what do you want to do? Do you want to burn your neck, or do you want to be warm? The idea is to keep you warm. And so it actually works out really nice. I actually like this one very much. Um, that's um, it actually, you know, it's really nice. Anyway, so those are a couple of things you can use to keep yourself warm in the winter. And like I said, we get very cold weather around here. So, so that's it for today. If you have any questions about them in the comments, put some comments there, and remember to like and subscribe. And I'll be back with some more gadgets very soon. Have a great day. Miracles happen every day.